What's up, YouTube? Today I have a very special guest at MLW Superfight. He's taking on the world champion, Alex Hammerstone, where he can become another world champion in world professional wrestling. It's American Wolf, Davey Richards. What's up, man?
Hey, man. Thanks for having me.
Not much. How are you?
I'm great. I'm good. I'm ready to go for the big title fight this Saturday. It's going to be really cool, historic, really cool arena, and doesn't get any bigger than that. So
definitely,
I'm looking forward to it.
Definitely. And you're fighting in Charlotte, North Carolina, a very well-known city for professional wrestling. And actually, the center that you're competing in, the Grady Cole Center, has been known for a lot of amazing events in professional wrestling. Yeah. Dusty Rhodes and Ricky Steamboat. Actually, UFC 3 was also held there back in 1994. So how important is it for you to actually compete for this championship and possibly win it in the stadium or the center?
Yeah, it's just another, place of wrestling history that I can be a part of, and it's been it's been kind of taking me back, like how great this comeback has been, and so I think it really culminate this Saturday, me winning the World Heavyweight Championship. It's not going to be easy, of course, but what a better place to do than in Charlotte, North Carolina.
For sure, for sure. And you've been the world champion in Ring of Honor and CCW and many other places. What does it mean like to be the world champion, to hold that top title of an organization? Why do you need to become the MLW world champion?
I think validation. I think, anyone who, and especially in the fight game, we put so much in, so much sacrifice that you want to have that validation of this hard work is paid off. And, I'm the guy that, can lead the company and can be on top and sell the pay-per-views and sell, tickets and all that. So it's validation for hard work. So as athletes, we need that.
Definitely. And in 2017, you took a short hiatus from wrestling. I mean, not short, a couple years hiatus from wrestling, and you came back in 2021. What led to that initial needing to kind of get away from wrestling, and then what led to that initial comeback? You know what? I'm gonna put on the boots. I'm gonna try one more time and see what we can do.
The way I was so deeply involved in school at the time that I just couldn't do both, and definitely couldn't do both at 100%. So it took a couple of years off to concentrate on school, and once that started dying down, it was just time to come back and time to get back to work, and there has been plenty of work, so it's been good.
From what I've heard online, you actually became a paramedic and a firefighter, and that's really amazing to see. When you went back to school, was there what was your major, your minor, and what school did you attend?
Medical school.
Nice.
Yeah, Lindenwood University in St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah. So yeah, that's why it's taken over my life for the last couple of years.
Understandable. I'm a college student right now, so I understand that grind of when you're in school, and you're obviously a father as well. So how is it managing all these three different lives of wrestling, school, and then also being a father?
You just it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of work that I enjoy. I love wrestling. I love medicine. Obviously, I love being a father and a husband. So it's just one of those things where it's work and it's hard work, but it's enjoyable work. So if it was drudgery, I could pull it off, but it's not a lot of caffeine.
Definitely. So why did you pick to sign back with MLW? I know you said initially when you first drafted that there was other offers on the table.
Yeah.
If you don't mind sharing, what other companies were reaching out to you, and why did you decide MLW was the place for you?
As far as other companies, I think people can kind of guess, the bigger ones. Gotcha. So I just don't want to single out any companies because I don't want it to come across as if they wanted me, but I didn't want them, because that was not the case. I just chose the best fit for me and for them. And MLW was it for me. We have a very similar minded. Wrestling is sport first, entertainment second. And I'm also an agent there now, so that's been great. And it's a very natural fit. So I'll be there for the next few years.
Amazing. And a lot of people in MLW always have really great things to say about Court Bauer. What's your relationship with him and his relationship with the entire locker room?
It's very professional. It's very professional, but it's also very family oriented. We feel like we're a team, we're a family. But also it's very professional. Court is very good at, because he's very dedicated to bringing out the absolute best in people, even when they may not see the best in them. He's very good, has an eye there. Reminds me a lot of the Gabe Sapolsky or Paul Heyman. So yeah, he's very passionate about not just he's obviously passionate about making MLW successful. Obviously, he's also passionate about making each individual in MLW successful as well. So, and I think the whole is the parts of the sum of the parts, right? So if the parts are strong and confident, the whole will be just as well. So it's a good dynamic we have there.
Definitely. And to talk about like your big match at Superfight, you're taking on Alex Hammerstone for the World Championship. Do you think Hammerstone is focused enough on this match given the situation with Richard Holiday? And how do you feel like you're going to go about it in the actual match?
I mean, it's me, you know, so I'm going to come at him. I'm going to try to, you know, I'm going to gas him out. I'm going to drown him, and then I'm going to submit him. So that's pretty much always the plan. So, I mean, yeah, you know, he has his other things going on, but I am definitely not the person you want to be in the ring with when your mind is elsewhere, because, you know, you can wake up, you know, with a concussion, or you can wake up with a broken ankle. It's your pick.
Like that. Very, very valid. Love to hear that. So let's talk about a dream scenario. You win the World Championship this Saturday. So obviously you're holding the world title. What's next? What do you want to do as MLW World Heavyweight Champion?
Defend. Yeah, defend. I you know, as a champion in America and Europe and Japan, I've always been a fighting champion, and I believe world champions first and foremost. Your job is to go out there and put on classics after classics, and that happens to be something I'm pretty good at. So yeah, and that's another thing, that another reason why I like MLW. You know, from Jacob Fatu to Alex Hammerstone, and next to me, you know. We are a company built upon fighting champions. You know, you're not gonna. There is no place for a paper champion in MLW. So yeah, I mean, again, fight's a perfect fit. Their mentality, my mentality is the exact same. So first priority is just to defend.
With MLW, they've opened the doors for a lot of different wrestlers coming to their company before, and a lot of people say like, oh, like this company, that company, they're the big forbidden door. But I would like to say that MLW probably is one of the first ever big forbidden doors in this day and age of pro wrestling. So if you could allow someone to come in, let's say you're the world champion, to defend your title against them, what free agent would you like to see come into MLW?
Oh man, I'm really on the spot, huh? I don't know. I mean, if I'm the champion, I don't need to call people out. That they can call me out. So yeah, anyone who wants to test themselves, I'm not hard to find. So I wrestled quite a bit. So you know, whether it be MLW or somewhere else, you know, but yeah. I don't really want to open the forbidden doors, burn the whole thing down, you know, let them all come line up and see if they can make it, you know. They can hang in MLW, they can hang anywhere. So it's really up to them to come up to our level, whereas I'm not going to sit and call someone out, you know. They want to get tested, they don't want to find me.
Definitely. And knowing like your career, you've been a big MMA fan, and you talk about Conor McGregor, George St. Pierre. Like there's a lot of people that you've been motivated by in MMA. But who in professional wrestling has motivated you going into your career?
I mean, there's the all-time, you know, Dynamite Kid, you know, things like that. You know, a lot of old like catch wrestlers, Carl Gotch, you know, Billy Robinson, and more modern catch wrestlers, you know, Minoru Suzuki, Josh Barnett. I was always fascinated with the art and science of wrestling, you know, like the human chess match with dire physical consequences. So I've always been really, you know, how to turn your body into a weapon. That was always a really big thing. Still is to this day, you know, it's just this puzzle piece, you know, they're always trying to figure out what someone else is trying to figure out. So, I mean, I would say those are my biggest influences. A lot of other people, you know, Koji Kanemoto was a big influence on me and still is, you know, and you know, Kawada, obviously. And but there's a lot of guys nowadays that are really, you know, really taking technical and pure wrestling to a new level, you know, as far as like non-stop aggression, you know, like Robert Mortar and you know, Daniel Garcia, all these guys are really, really good wrestlers, and it's really great to see, you know, just that style is coming back into prominence. You know, that's where this whole thing came from, you know, legitimate wrestling. So it's I'm in good company.
Definitely. And like we see like in this day and age of wrestling, there's a lot of like catch wrestling, technical wrestling going around. So are there guys like outside like the guys you just said that you really want to step in the ring with and actually test like who's a better catch wrestler or technical wrestler?
Yeah, I mean, anyone, you know, I mean, that's the thing is like you get that thirst for competition, you want it all. And I've been lucky enough to been in the ring with all those guys, and there's always more. There's this guy in England, Chris Ridgway. I think that'd be really good. I think that'd be a really fun one. But anyone else, I mean, yeah, I mean, again, I'm not hard to find. So anyone who wants, and there's you know, the New Japan dojo in Los Angeles is really turning out some really good people like the wrestler, you know, as far as like Alex Coughlin and like Gabriel Kidd. You know, actually, again, it's supposed to wrestle this Thursday, but I got changed. But yeah, it's there's going to be there's a lot of good workers out there. I'm very happy to say nowadays.
Definitely. And like to wrap it up, Eddie, or Davey, sorry.
That happens all the time.
Jump to my next question without even saying it. I want to talk about you and Eddie Edwards, obviously. Like, you guys are an amazing team together. Will we ever see that tag team reunite?
Yeah, we're actually currently the Pro Wrestling Revolver Tag Team Champions. And yeah, I mean, there's always going to be a market for the Wolves, I think, and which I'm very thankful for. And so yeah, it's you know, it's when the stars align, you know, and they align usually when you least expect it. So, but yes, of course,
definitely. And I also have been noticing, are you getting like a tattoo right now? Sounds like
I am getting some ink done. Yes, my schedule is somewhat busy, so I have to multitask. And my tattoo artist Greg at TRX here in St. Louis is in very, very high demand for very good reason. So gotta get in when I can fit it in. You know what I mean? So
of course. What are you getting tattooed on right now?
So Greg has done all my artwork over the years that you've seen on television, as far as like just starting with my arm and the samurai to the dragon on my back. Yeah. And or I'm sorry, the phoenix on my back and the dragon on my chest. And so he's I pretty much just give him an idea and he makes it a million times better. And he's very he's very, you know, detail oriented. So like I have no idea what he's doing back there, but I know it's going to be awesome. So I just kick back and let him do his thing.
Love to see it. Love to see it. And before we go ahead and wrap this up, again, you have a big world title match coming up this Saturday. What's your final message to Alex Hammerstone before you eventually take his world championship?
You are going to try.
That's intense and violent and absolutely scary. Davey, where can I find you on social media?
So on Twitter, I'm at Richards Wesley. That's the only real one I use. I have an Instagram, but someone hacked it, took it over, some dude, but he does a great job. So I don't really bother him about it, but that's about it. You can check out my wrestling academy and my team ambition, STL.com. We're always accepting new students. So everyone who wants to train and learn my style of wrestling and what we've created here in St. Louis is more welcome to check that out and come on in.
Awesome. So, Davey, we'll go ahead and let you get back to getting that tattoo. Hope it comes out well. Guys.
I hope so, too.
Of course. Guys, this is Richard, MLW Superfight coming up this Saturday in Charlotte, North Carolina. Make sure to go check it out. MLWlive.com for tickets. And make sure we
going up like 1,000. I'm a flex just like a muscle man Malcolm. We going up like 1,000. I'm a flex just like a muscle man Malcolm. When it just like 1, 2, 3. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze.